Hey YouTube, so it's Antique. I'm back. I think I'm making a slew of videos today. Haven't been here in a while. So today, if you're watching this video, then you're probably concerned about acne, which is just horrific to have. Now, my history on acne is I've had it from like 14 till now. And I'm like 26. So I've had it for a while. Recently, maybe in the past year, I have figured out how to maintain it. Now, I wasn't one of those girls who had like one bump here, one bump here, and now I have acne. No, 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 no. I had acne like the big 4 week bumps that are under your skin, and then the whitehead ones, and everything else in between. I had it. Yes, I did. I went to a dermatologist for 5 years, and they prescribed every antibiotic you could probably think of, every medication they had available. Um, Let me see. I went to a couple of dermatologists, and they prescribe the same stuff because I went to a different one to see if they had new products, in which they don't. They all prescribe the same thing. I also tried this cream called Axone, and it's just now they just started having commercials about it, but I had it like 2 years ago. It's like ACZONE, really awesome product, but I will tell you, made me have like shortness of breath and chest tightness. And I would tell my doctors, and they would be like, well, it's highly unlikely. It might be highly unlikely for that to happen, but it did. And it is on the warning, but nobody reads like the whole warning thing. So as soon as I stopped, applying it, my problems went away. Like I was in the hospital because I'm like, why am I having shortness of breath? So I don't use Axone anymore, although it is a great product. So if you decide to use it, that is on you. So back to what I do to make sure my face does not break out. Here's my list. First off, what you eat. I know people say that. Nobody really wants to hear it. You want a little magic cream or whatever to fix it. And that's not the deal. I thought I heard somebody. Okay, so first thing, I stopped eating pork. No more pork for me. I'm not saying you gotta eat extra healthy, but there were 3 categories that I just cannot have because apparently my liver is not filtering it out, or my body is not filtering out the way it's supposed to. So it's coming out through my skin. So I had to stop eating certain things, and I had to find out what worked. And the reason I knew it was something I was eating because I did the lemonade diet. And if you don't know what the lemonade diet is, it's this diet you drink nothing but this lemonade you make, and then you flush your system out with like salt water every morning or something like that. Now, when I was on that, my face cleared up, and I'm like, okay, so it's something I'm eating. It's not something I'm doing, it's something I'm eating. So, first thing, pork. I don't eat pork anymore. I've stopped eating pork for like 7 years, which took away everything off my forehead. For some reason, the pork went straight to my forehead. That was one. Second thing I stopped eating is dairy products, milk, cheese, things like that. Now, granted, do I eat them every now and again? Yes, I do. But when I do, I make sure either one, I'm flushing it out real quick, or two, I'm backing it up with like a lot of green vegetables, like straight spinach, 2 cups just to follow it, making sure it's just not, something's balancing it out. But I don't drink milk anymore. So cereal, all this little stuff, I don't do. Now, some stuff you have to make sure about, like them canned soup. Sometimes they put cheese in it. You don't even know. It'd be vegetable soup and they put cheese in it. Some stuff you just gotta read the packaging to see what's in it. So pork, dairy, and high sugar sweet things like Kool-Aid, perhaps, or peach cobbler, or things that just have a lot of sugar in it. Not that you cannot have it, every now and again, but all the time. If you kind of cut it out for like a couple of weeks, you'll see a big difference, and then you can kind of modify like how much you can have before you have a massive breakout or whatever. Okay, so there's my diet plan. If you want to add something extra, drink some green tea. Green tea is really good. So without sugar. Don't drink the green tea with the sugar. That would defeat the purpose. So pork, dairy, high sugar products. High sugar. Okay. Now that's step one. Step two is what you lay your head on. Now, one thing I noticed is that one side of my face would have more than the other when I wake up in the morning. And I was like, why is that? What's going on? And then I realized it's my pillow. Like, I change my pillow every 2 days. I sleep on one side, I flip it, I sleep on that side, and then I switch the pillow out. Because at that point, you have grease and whatever else, drool, eye boogers, all on your pillow, and you just putting your sensitive face back on that and letting it sit there for hours at a time. So, step two, change your pillow. If you lay on a couch, make sure you lay on something. Okay, so that's kind of the basic stuff. Now, what I do to wash my face, I keep it very, very simple, and this is just what works for me. Now, I was thinking to myself, let me get microdermabrasion, or let me, go get some procedure. And then I started thinking, well, microdermabrasion is nothing but them taking off layers of your skin. It's basically a deep exfoliation that you get, and then after a while, it gets rid of your acne, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I can exfoliate at home. I ain't got to go and get microdermabrasion to exfoliate. So this is what I do. I go I order sometimes some black soap, and I cut it up into little pieces, my black soap. If y'all don't know what black soap is, YouTube it. It's like some plantains that they make in Africa, make it all together, and it foams up or whatever, and it's soapy. I don't know, but it's like really clean. It doesn't have a scent. It looks like this. If you guys don't know, this is a chunk that I use. Black soap. If you have questions on where to get it, hit my inbox. I can tell you some places, but I don't know off the top of my head right now. So, black soap, soap it up, rub it on, whoop, whoop. Then, and this is done twice a day, I go to like Walmart or wherever and get like these sponges. Now, don't get the hardest sponge you can find unless you can handle it. I mean, there's different kind of grade sponge. So I get a little like bath sponge. I cut it up into like little pieces and then soap it up. Soap it up with the black soap after I've already rubbed the black soap in and soaked it up. And then I take this and I just go over my face and exfoliate it. And I promise, like, I do that twice a day. And some people might be like, I know somebody's going to tell me, they're going to be like, you're not supposed to exfoliate that much. You should do it only like 2 or 3 times a week. Well, for normal skin. If I had normal skin, 2 or 3 times a week would work. I don't. So I do it twice a day, morning and night. You collect a lot of dirt on your face, and I promise you, after you start doing it, you're not going to be able to stop because your face is going to feel smooth every day, all the time. Like, I never realized how much stuff builds up on your face until I was like exfoliating every day, and I was like, dang, I can't go without it. And then when I stopped doing it, sometimes I was like, I be feeling, it be too much going on. So that's what I do. I wash with the black soap, exfoliate with the black soap twice a day, and then I apply a really, really simple moisturizer. That's it. The one I use is Mary Kay's. This is her time-wise, age-fighting moisturizer. Y'all can see this. Mary Kay. Awesome. This lady has not been in business this long for her stuff not to work. Now, this is probably like $22 for this bottle. This is from Normal to Dry Skin, suitable for sensitive skin, oil and fragrance free. Try to get the least amount of stuff in your moisturizer, or get an age-defying one. Not that you need it, but you need something that's going to rejuvenate all that skin that you just, took off. So I would suggest get an age-defying moisturizer. I love Mary Kay. Let me tell you what. My mama started using Mary Kay. I was like 52 or something like that. And not that she's aging, but I looked at her one day and her face looked like a little baby. It was smooth and plump. And I was like, what are you using? She uses like the whole Mary Kay line. I was like, you know what? There's something to it. So I just use the moisturizer. I don't use that. I use black soap and a moisturizer. That is it. That is my whole face routine. I don't do anything else. And twice a day works awesome. That is how I got rid of my acne. Now, granted, on my period, sometimes you might get a little something when you about to, start your period. You can't help that. But other than that, my acne has really been controlled for a while, and it took me like 10 years to figure it out. No doctor will tell you, don't eat this, don't eat this, and don't eat this, because there's no money in telling you just don't eat this. There's no money in that. It's money in prescribing you medications and all that little stuff. So I hope this helps somebody. It really helped me. Whichever tip you took or didn't take, and I hope you the best on your acne journey to get rid of it. Don't let nobody tell you there's nothing that you can do for it. And I know it sucks. It sucks for real. And there's no need to spend an extensive amount of money just to get rid of it. Honestly, most stuff, most diseases and things we can get rid of, like that, if we change like little things. We just don't know about them because nobody tells us. So that's what I do. That's what I've done. And that's how I maintain it. Now, my next goal is to get rid of my scars. I have they're faded because I exfoliate all the time, but they're not completely gone. So I guess if I exfoliate for another 6 months, it probably would go away, or maybe not. I don't know. These are old, deep scars. Now, my newer scars that I had kind of got in the past year, they're kind of gone. But my old ones that I had since I was like 15, yeah, they're going to take some time. They're going to take a little bit of time. So, anyway, if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. Other than that, I wish you the best and good luck, y'all.